guys, this is Heather with Book Junkie, and today I'm going to be reviewing 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. Now, I've never read a book by her before. She is an internationally best-selling author. She lives in Ireland, grew up in Ireland, and this book takes place in Ireland, so I felt like I should wear my Ireland t-shirt. So I'd probably give this book a 4.1 out of 5 stars. This book is a thriller mystery-ish with some romance in there. And it does, like I said, take place in Ireland. And it does take place like right before COVID hits. And unfortunately, at least to me, it seems very fresh in our minds. So that's why I thought this book was a good read. But this book is about Sierra and Oliver, and they end up meeting at a supermarket literally probably 5 days before COVID kind of shut down everything. And Sierra and Oliver kind of hit it off at first. And so they start going on these dates. COVID is hitting, shutting everything down. And then the whole lockdown begins. And they are saying that people need to stay away from each other for 2 weeks, don't see anyone, no populating in an area. And they're like, well, we're not going to be able to see each other for 2 weeks. And so they had the brilliant idea of moving in together, and they did. Oliver has a very big hidden secret that he is trying to keep secret from Sierra even after she moves in. And the book basically takes place in a 56 time span. So the first day, so the 56th day, is when Oliver and Sierra meet for the first time, and then it just counts down from there for each day. And then there also are some times where it just jumps to present day. And present day, there is a dead, decomposing body in Oliver's apartment, and the detectives are there trying to figure out who killed this person. What I liked and I guess didn't like about this book is how many COVID flashbacks it gave me. I remember the first day that I found out that COVID existed. I was in my clinical group for the day, and we were just talking about how the day went. And then we started talking about COVID. And I was like, what is COVID? Which is sad because I was in healthcare and I haven't even heard what COVID was about. And this was when there was like maybe one or two people that just got to the United States. And we're like, do you think it's going to hit us? Do you not? And I'm like, it's not going to be that crazy. That's just ridiculous. And we have these clinicals once a week, and next week we did not have any more clinicals anymore. So that was my last clinical too. So that was my flashback story that I kept having. Anyway, this whole book just kind of brought back everything shutting down. Do you wear a mask? Do you not wear a mask? How to go grocery shopping? Do you stock up on all the canned food? The toilet paper, like, oh my god, that toilet paper. And then just sanitizing everything and just not knowing what to do because this was just so new. It was a really rough time. Like, if this book stayed popular, I would definitely, and if reading stays popular, I mean, honestly, I don't know, once I have kids, who knows if reading's going to stay popular. But if it does, and my kids like to read, I'm going to want them to read this book and be like, yeah, I lived through that. That was our lives for a very long time. One thing that I didn't like about this book was when they did the countdown from 56 days and then jump to present day. At first, I found myself only wanting to read the parts of the countdown when Oliver and Sierra first meet and start to date. I didn't really care about the whole present day stuff. But then about halfway through the book, I kind of switched it. I only wanted to read about the today stuff and didn't really care about what Oliver and Sierra were doing. And so I found myself almost like skimming the parts that I didn't want to read. And I hate doing that. I want to read the whole entire book. I want to be engaged into the whole entire book. And unfortunately, I was not engaged in this whole book. Also, another thing I didn't like is how I don't even know how to say this, but like how weird it was that Oliver and Sierra moved in together only knowing each other for 2 weeks. Like, hey, let's get locked down together. And they don't have any family there. Like, no one knows that they are living together. Like, God forbid if something happened, no one knows where you are. So I thought that was a little weird and almost unrealistic, but hey, who knows? If you guys have a story like that where you just lock down with your significant other, please let me know, because I mean, I didn't have a significant other at the beginning of lockdown, so I have no idea. But let me know, because I thought that was a very weird thing. But overall, this book was all right. It had the romance, it had the thriller. It just didn't keep me engaged the whole entire time. But the COVID part was definitely very interesting, especially since it takes place in Ireland, and seeing how in Ireland how they do things differently there than how things were here. And the author lived in Ireland, so like, hey, she knows what happened there firsthand. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like it and subscribe so you can watch some more. And also leave any book recommendations in the comments, because I love my recommendations. But thank you guys so much. Bye.